what we're doing.
I don't either. Hey, what's up? Hello, this is Admin Cubana coming back at you with another episode of the Unladylike Lounge podcast. And tonight I am joined by Nettie and DRC. How are you unladies doing tonight?
Hi, doing good. Just relaxing after a long day of work.
Yes. How about you, DRC? How are you tonight?
I am celebrating not being at my house. It's 100
Oh,
there. The power's been out for 24 hours. I'm on the West Coast, so it's only 60 degrees.
you're on the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm on the beach right now.
Oh,
Oh,
jealous.
I need to be on the beach somewhere. I have no idea what the heck my big old self would be doing because let's be real, I don't know if I would get drunk and pass out on the beach or if I'm gonna flop around like a some mermaid. I don't know. There's so many options. So
All the above.
I'm on
yes.
Oregon, so it's cold. You don't
What
want
was
to be
that?
out
We're
in the
having trouble hearing you.
Oh, I'm on the Oregon coast. Let me see if I can get with stuff headset. Hold on.
Okay.
Can't hear you.
All right. We are gonna wait for DRC to come back with her sound, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Oh, we
perfect.
gotcha. It was cutting in and out so bad, and then when it wasn't cutting in and out, we couldn't hear you at all.
Yeah. So I'm in Oregon, on the Oregon coast. It is cold. That is cold water. You don't want to be out there.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought you said that, and I was like, see, I'm such a I'm still such a mermaid that like even when I know it's cold and you really should not be out in the water, I'm still like, yes, let's get it. So I might have to settle for the beers on the beach, but it'll still end up with me in the cold water and somebody having to drag me out by my legs. So for sure. Thank you so much for joining us, you guys. It is a pleasure having you, especially being willing and open to talk about, whatever my demented brain comes up with. And today it came up with feminine hygiene, feminine health, well, not just feminine, but sexual health as well. Like, obviously, men need to take care of themselves sexually as well. So I appreciate you guys coming and talking about that because I feel like, let's be real, society doesn't want to talk about it. And if we're not willing to talk about it, who's actually doing it? So
exactly.
Yep.
Boom. First off, I want to start off by us. We have people we want to shout out, people we want to give their flowers to. And then I have kind of a big deal of an announcement to make. So Nettie, we'll start with you. Who would you like to shout out tonight?
Oh, today I am wearing 365 clothing. It is my friend Keita K's own personal clothing line. I love it. It's so comfortable. It's affordable. Look her up on Facebook. Everyday 365 clothing or Everyday Keita K on Snapchat. I absolutely love everything that she does. So definitely go and check her out.
And I will co-sign on that. She is so dope. I have her on my Facebook as well. And I'm like, girl, she is an all-around boss. Like, she's just killing it in the game. I love it. I absolutely
been friends for years, literally before this was even a concept for her. Like, I am so proud of all she has accomplished. And now she is, giving talks and hosting events and just teaching younger entrepreneurs like do
awesome.
what she is doing. So I'm just so very proud of her. So I will continue to support her and send people her way.
Yes, get it, girl. Get it, girl. I don't know if you'll see or hear this, but we love and support you over at the lounge for sure. DRC, anybody you would like to shout out tonight?
I wasn't prepared for that question.
We kind of sprung this on her literally last minute. I think I sent her the join link like 3 minutes before we were about to go live. So bear with us. She's such a trooper. She was just like, yep, let's roll. I'm down. So
I'm here.
yes.
I have lots of friends that do creative things, and anybody that could do creative, I fully admire, especially if you can take that out into the world and show it on Etsy or on your own page or whatever. Absolutely. Just do your thing, and if somebody doesn't like it, screw them. Move on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love that attitude. I love that mindset. Just whatever your passion is, whatever your craft is, go out and get it. Do it.
Just do it.
If you love it, you're never gonna work a day in your life. Do what makes your little heart go pity pat. Do that.
And figure out who you're doing it for.
Yes.
Are you doing it to get accolades from somebody else, or are you making that art for your heart?
Yes.
Absolutely. I love that.
I do too. Like, I think so many people are driven and motivated. I mean, I guess that's the same 2 words. You can tell where I'm at. I think so many people are just motivated by the pats on the back, and it's like, but if that's what you're living for, what's going to happen when those don't always come through?
Exactly.
There's going to be times when you're hitting low points no matter what you're doing, and you have to be able to keep on going, keep on pushing for you. So I love that you made that point, for sure. I wanna I mean, I wasn't planning on shouting them out because obviously this is the Unladylike Lounge podcast, but I literally so happen to be wearing an Unladylike Lounge tank.
I love it.
I love it. It's so comfy. It's oversized. This is one of our older. This has our original, well, kind of our original logo on it. Yeah, I'm not wearing any pants. I'm just gonna put that out for the audience.
Pants
I'm not
are
wearing
overrated.
They are. Pants are so overrated. I respect anybody who can wear them in the house. But it's my big oversized tank top, so it's comfy, it's cozy. So I want to shout out all my unladies. Thank you so much for your unconditional love and support. You guys are the greatest, as I've said before, and I'll say it until my dying day. There is nothing in this world like an unlady. Like the way you guys come together, support each other, love one another. There's nothing fucking like it in this world.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I could not have survived the last 5 weeks without the Unladylike.
Oh
could
my
not
God.
have survived the last 5 weeks.
Stop it. I'm so serious. I'm gonna cry. Like,
it's not even like even just the pandemic. Like without this group,
oh yeah,
would have gotten through a lot of the stuff that we've been through. Just the last, couple of months for me have been kind of insane with some personal, medical stuff with one of my children. And it's just like having all the ladies and just the support and just seeing how everybody is just so together in that group. I love it. And even if I don't comment on stuff, I love watching everybody's and reading everybody's stories and just that get posted on there. Oh my gosh, the video is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Like, even as an admin, when I see stuff that's pending approval, I'm just like, what? Like, it's hilarious. Not like anybody's personal stuff, but like the memes and the videos and just the stuff that I'm just like, I knew I found my group of people. You're
not alone in that group. Like, there's always that you can share something with.
Yes.
Connected to these ladies in one way or another. And I love it. Absolutely.
So shout out to my unlady gang. I love you guys fiercely. With that, I have a huge, it's not really huge. It's more just exciting. And I've been stewing on it all day. Come tomorrow, it'll be 1 month until the Unladylike Lounge is officially 3 years old. Wow. I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around that it's been 3 years. I can't decide if it feels like it's been longer or shorter. It feels like we just started yesterday, but at the same time, I feel like
we've been in this together forever.
Yes. Like, what was my life before all of you guys? no, Nettie and I were just talking as we're like preparing to go live. Like, we don't remember how we came to be friends on Facebook. We don't remember how any of this happened, but we're like, you know what though? It happened through Facebook, and it happened sometime during the pandemic.
Yep.
And now here we are. Like, so I'm mind blown. And the fact that it's going to be 3 years, I have a lot of surprises in store for the group members, for our audience members who are listening or watching. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for the hearts. I love you. Hold on. I'm new to this, so I'm pulling up the comment section so I can read comments as we go. Thank you so much for the hearts. We appreciate you. Lots of surprises in store coming up for our 3 years. 1 second, it's showing me that I'm not plugged in. And I know I am. I know I am. Sorry if y'all got a glimpse of something y'all didn't want to see. Like I said, I'm not wearing pants. But yeah, so on with the broadcast. First off, I want to discuss wives' tales, things you've heard about, whether it's feminine hygiene, male. I mean, let's just be real. We can talk about male stuff too, because this is something that goes for anybody. What are some old wives' tales you guys have heard about feminine hygiene, feminine wellness, male hygiene and wellness, sexual hygiene and wellness, that looking back, you're like, what the fuck?
Let's start with douches.
Thank you. No, don't douche. Don't do it.
Don't do it. No
Agreed.
matter what anybody tells you, don't do it.
I used to do it religiously. Bad idea.
Girl.
Yeah.
If you think
bad
that
idea.
part of you needs to be washed, if you think that part of you needs to be cleaned, have a sitz bath like you have after you have a baby.
External with non-scented, no dyes, no like Dove. Think Dove or Ivory.
My doctor says just water. You don't even need any soap. Just
Even
water.
on the external part?
Yes, it is just, you don't need any soap. Like, that's
okay.
Just, it cleans itself.
And see, I think mine is because okay, we're gonna be real here. We're gonna be candid here. I got a fat punani. Okay, I got a figgy pudding. So I think just like the outside, like I got to use something that just to keep it not funky, because I got the fupa and I got a pudgy pie. Sure. So the extra like outside the, you know what I'm saying? That part I'll get with a little bit of, just to
baby shampoo.
Baby shampoo.
The best thing I have ever used down there is baby shampoo on my pubes.
Okay.
And that keeps the stink away, that keeps the dirt and grime away, but you don't put it inside the folds. You just pubes with the shampoo.
Yep, nothing inside.
I use the Summer's Eve stuff. I really like it. I think that it's, it's meant for that area. It's meant to help with a lot of the odors, any dryness, any stuff like that. So I really do like the Summer's Eve stuff, and I do recommend it.
Now, see, I actually talked to my doctor because so little bit of a tangent here.
No.
I know, right? So I went through a traumatizing time in my life where I swore I had an STD. I was like, my coochie itches, it stinks, it is like really like it's swollen shut. My shit was swollen shut. And my doctor was like, no, you don't have an STD. It's called BV. And I was like, what the fuck is that? He's like, stop letting that boy nut in you. And I was like, oh. So I can't hide that fact anymore. That was my conversation with my doctor. And oh shit, hold on. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize the marker tip was out. All of my Lady Bits doctors ever since told me that Summer's Eve is actually not good to use. And I was like, wait a minute, why are you telling me this after I just, bought some? Because I I want to stay fresh and I want my pH balance to be on point, especially because the person at the time that I was having relations with, it turns out like you can be allergic to a partner's
Yes.
fluids. And our parts weren't compatible. I was allergic to his spermiermes. And so I was like, Summer's Eve, that's my thing. And they're like, nope, don't use it. Don't use it. It's not like absolutely nothing. They're like bar soap on the outside, get your, clean your area, but nothing inside at all. Here's something. I was actually just talking to somebody the other day. They said that
I lost you.
You lost us? We still have you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I lost you. I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you.
Either of us?
I'm not sure what happened. Hold on. Please continue and I'll fix my issue.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right. So I was talking to somebody the other day and they were talking about how he had bought douches for his girlfriend. Okay, fine, whatever. You are unaware of not doing that. And then he was like, and if you can't afford a douche, just squeeze vinegar water up there. Have either of you heard of that? Because I never have, and that doesn't sound very good.
I've heard of people using apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
But diluted with water, like half apple cider vinegar, half water, like warm water. And
okay.
That.
There's the issue.
Like I've heard that before, like people doing that.
Are you back, DRC?
Yes, I fixed the issue.
Perfect. Excellent.
So
now Darcy says Lumi. Have you already covered Lumi?
No, we haven't. That is something I have heard about, but I've also heard that it causing chemical burns to some people who have really sensitive skin.
My daughter uses it. Loves it.
Okay.
And she uses the body spray, the lotion, and the deodorant and the antiperspirant. She layers it and just loves it.
Nice.
Can I go back real quick? Can you explain to people who may not know what BV is, like what it is?
Oh yeah.
So bacteria. Actually, I just want to make sure that I get the exact.
Bacterial vaginosis.
Yep, it is bacterial vaginosis. I'm going to get you guys the exact what it is. So because I want to be real, let you know.
That can also be caused by toilet paper.
Okay, it says it tends to affect women of childbearing age. Activities that change the balance of bacteria in the vagina, such as sexual intercourse or frequent douching, can increase a person's risk. So realistically, anything that's going to throw off your your
pH
your pH balance, your bacteria balance. Think, you want to keep things balanced. Like, okay, this is going to sound like a weird reference, but you guys know I have really weird, like what I compare things to, like our gut health. When you take antibiotics, you want to replace with the good probiotics and the good, you want to replace things. So same thing happens with your figgy pudding. You want to make sure everything stays balanced down there. When I had it, like I said, I was terrified that I had an STD because things tend to smell. They tend to itch. Mine was painful. I'm just going to say, for those of you who are wondering why I'm calling it weird stuff, I have OCD, and it used to be so bad to the point I could not even hear the word vagina, but I will just say it. My vagina swole shut, like completely shut. They couldn't even get a scope in to do an exam. So it's not fun, and it does have a lot of, it affects a lot of women, and I want to make it clear, it is not a sexually transmitted disease. It's not a sexually transmitted infection. It is simply an imbalance in the bacteria. That's all it is.
It makes your pussy lips feel like Kim Kardashian's lips.
Yeah, I have never thought of it that way. And now that you say that, I am like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It does.
I remember when I said bad idea douching religiously, I ended up with maybe doing that for a few months. It was just like I did not stand it. It not only was it painful, it was just, I couldn't sit properly, I couldn't sleep.
Yes.
It just was the most uncomfortable thing ever.
Yes, you literally, I mean, as I'm sitting on one now, you have to have like those donuts, those inflatable donuts, because it's so uncomfortable. And it like it's just miserable. And it's completely, you get rid of it with medication. It's nothing that's like lifelong. It's not life threatening. You just want to get it treated as soon as symptoms come on. So when it is so important that anytime you notice the slightest dip, because as Nettie said, we are self-cleaning down there. Our bodies know what it needs, when it needs it. It does it for us. Except for like the major stuff like eating and things like that. But when you notice the slightest difference in your body, especially down there, it is so important to contact your doctor and say, hey, can I get this checked out? Because you just never know. And it's better to be ahead of the game than late in the game.
Right. So, better to be safe than sorry, because you never know be.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And a lot of times yeast infections and BV have the same symptoms except for the discharge.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is so true. Another wives' tale that I want to cover. I actually heard this from a friend of mine. May she rest in peace. She was told that if you douched with Coca-Cola after sex, you couldn't get pregnant.
That's not accurate at all.
So she literally,
Coca-Cola does a lot of things, but
not that. So she literally, I was like, I won't say her name because she has loved ones in the group, and she, like I said, she's passed now, and I don't know if they know this about her, but I was like, you didn't really believe that, did you? You didn't really do that, did you? And she's like, oh no, back in the day, this was like a common, like, this is something that people really thought. And
here, I want to know this because I never heard that in my life.
I swear.
Coca-Cola clean a grill, some rims, like to clean some stuff, but to stop somebody from getting pregnant, I don't know about all that. Okay,
right.
That's okay.
Like, I will use that to unclog my bathtub or something. Like
the battery terminals on my
Coca-Cola.
Right. And so she literally would go, and after she would, go be scandalous with her little teenage ass, she would go get a bottle of Coca-Cola, shake it up, and right up in there. And I was like, please tell me you're lying. And she was like, no, that's what we did.
Infections or anything?
Oh my God.
I was like, the sugar content in Coca-Cola, and mind you, this would have been back in like, I don't know, 50s, 60s.
The sugar and the acid content.
I guess maybe back then, was there still cocaine in Coca-Cola?
No. That's what I want to know.
Like, was there like some sort of like drug in it or something? Maybe that would.
I mean, if you're gonna shoot Coke up your twat, make sure it's real Coke and not Coca-Cola.
Right.
Like what? This blew my mind, and that was part of why I wanted to do this episode, because I wanted to know if anybody else heard of Coca-Cola up the coochie.
No. Any comments? Anybody heard of that? Because look, girl.
No, that's funny.
Yes, if you've heard of, besides my mom, besides she's not the one who did that, by the way. Please don't start thinking my mama did that. That was not my mama.
Your mom has not passed. Your mom.
Oh, I think that needs to be a poll on Unladylike. Have you
Right.
ever heard of?
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of douching with Coca-Cola so you don't get pregnant? 1 second, ladies, is saying my computer's not plugged in and I don't want it to die on us. So hold on. I'm literally going to go like 2 feet that way and just readjust it real quick. And I'm going to slide so you guys don't see no butt cheeks.
We don't want to see your coochie snorter.
I don't want to see my coochie.
Have y'all ever seen the vagina monologues?
No, I've heard of it.
No, but I've heard a really good monologue from it.
We went and saw it live. It's hysterical. They have all these different names that they call their vagina. And my favorite out of the batch was Coochie Snorter.
Coochie snorter. I love it.
Snorter?
Yeah, Coochie Snorter.
Oh my gosh. What? Yeah, I want to know, even if you're not watching this live, drop in the comment section what you call genitalia, male or female. I want to know what people are calling it, because I've called it everything from a pudgy pie, a figgy pudding, a panini, a coochie, you name it. I've called it that.
Hoo-ha, JJ. Back.
Yeah, I've called it a vagine just to make it sound classy.
Right.
There's
Bedazzle your vagine.
Punani.
Punani, yes. What I call it, a
Poontang.
Yep, Poontang. Yep. Hi, TD. Okay, so I can't. Hold on. I gotta hold on 1 second.
She's losing it over here.
Okay. I just had to get that out of the way. Sorry, y'all. So, any other wives' tales you guys have heard that are like myths, shit that people like, do's and don'ts of hygiene, health, whether it's male or female?
Okay, so I've known a lot of, I'm old, so I've known a lot of people. But one of the things I learned early was that if you're with a man, whether he is circumcised or uncircumcised, you make him wash his hands and his dick before you have sex.
Girl, thank you, because I am tired of okay. One of my things is like, I think fingering is a lost art. I really do. I think there's something magical in hands. But I feel like I am sick and tired of seeing, I respect a man. Dirty hands equals clean money. I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're trying to go there with me and you got dirt and grime and I don't know what else in your fingernails, and you've got hangnails, honey, I don't need you to go to the salon and get a manicure or anything like that, but
Just wash your damn hands.
Just wash your hands, because I don't need her getting angry. When she's angry, I'm angry, and when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
And if you're a lesbian, wash your damn hands before you play with the other.
Yes, because we love and accept people on all ends of the rainbow spectrum. Absolutely.
For sure.
So as far as sorry, I am like, I can't believe
the brain moves faster than the mouth.
It's like one of the first times I've really been speechless. Karen said when her son was little, he called it a cuckoo cuckoo. Oh my God.
I love it.
That is epic. And the thing is, like, I know him, so I can just see him cuckoo cuckoo. This is amazing. This is amazing. What do we have as far as like testing? I feel like that needs to be a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like a lot of people think that, oh, if I'm not having sex, if I'm abstinent or if I'm celibate, like, you know, I never thought I needed to get tested. if all I was doing, like when I first started becoming sexually active, I wasn't actually having sex. I was just, you know, and I didn't think that required testing. Thank gosh I didn't catch anything. But I think people think that if they're not actually doing the do, they don't need to get tested.
Test.
If they are, and let's say they're still in a monogamous relationship, you just never know. People can catch stuff, from anywhere. Not everything is sanitary, so I think getting tested regularly, no matter what, is important.
Absolutely.
If nothing else, every time you get a pap smear, get an AIDS test.
Yes.
Get an HIV test. Every time you get a pap smear, an HIV test, a gonorrhea, all of them. Just do it. She's already in there. Just do it.
Full panel workup. Complete full panel workup. Another thing that I actually learned, and this isn't speaking on my sexual wellness status or anything. This is just something that I learned from going to my gynecologist, getting my my annual pap smear, or however often they do it. It feels like they do it all the freaking time. But getting that exam and all of that stuff, some STDs, STIs lay dormant for, it can be years, it can be forever. Sometimes you'll never show up positive, even if you are a carrier, even if you are infected. It won't necessarily show up right away. It may not ever show up. So it's always important, I feel, whether you haven't had sex in 5 years or you haven't had sex in 5 minutes. I personally like to get tested after every new partner or every 3 to 4 months with the same partner, or even if I'm celibate at the time. That's my rule for me, because you just never know what could potentially pop up, and you never know, just because I know that I'm, with one person and only that one person, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what partners they've had. Some things aren't just transmitted through penetration.
Yep.
That's a huge misconception. Some people don't understand that you can get things from just oral sex. You can get things from other, other ways. I mean, I didn't look up, exact references.
If you get together with a man that says, "Oh, I don't use condoms because they don't feel right and they take away feeling," walk away.
Yep.
Run.
Walk away.
Yes. A big thing too is to make sure that when you go in, a lot of people who go in and get tested after a new partner, they'll give you the full workup. They'll give you the herpes, gonorrhea, chlamydia. They'll give you the workup. They'll do the pap smear. They'll check your physical. But the thing is, but this is another thing I learned, not from my own whatever, but I just wanted to know how accurate are our results when we get them back. Because I noticed, I can't speak for either of you, but I noticed, like, at my healthcare facility, they'll put things on my chart, but they won't tell me about them in my appointments. So I'm finding out my diagnosis through my chart, and it's like, what if I wasn't that proactive with my own healthcare, that I'm actively going in there and looking through test results and things of that nature? So I asked my gynecologist, how accurate are any of these results? How can we make sure they're even more accurate? What can we do? And she said, well, here's an interesting thing. When you come in after a new partner, you get, your blood taken, and that'll test for certain things. And then we check your physical, and that'll check for certain things. the herpes test that they give you when you come in for a full workup is physical only. If you're not mid-outbreak, they're not going to find it. However, they also don't test when they take your blood for an STD panel, they don't test for the herpes antibodies unless you ask them.
They won't test for HIV either unless you ask them.
And in that instance, you literally, for one, ask them, because the herpes antibodies are in your system within 2 weeks of you being exposed. So I always tell people, go in when you get your workup, ask for the blood test for any antibody, anything. I don't care if it's herpes, gonorrhea, HIV, I don't care what it is. I want to know everything. I want to know the antibodies for everything. I want to, if you can see if my great-great-granddaddy had something, I want to know about it. Find it. What are the best self-care methods that you guys can give tips for women's health, men's health,
Pee before and after sex?
I was just about to say that exact same thing. Before,
girl,
after, especially after. Do not lay in that shit. Like, literally go pee. Even if you don't feel like you have to, your body will still do it.
Go pee after sex.
Absolutely.
Do it, because I don't like, I've heard of women who have that, women and men, we don't discriminate, who have that thing for, well, I like the way it feels when I walk around with my dirty little secret. Don't be dirty, damn it. Go get that shit out. Go
Not only
pee.
that, but you mentioned that some women can be allergic to that, can cause certain issues with that. It's not, okay, I get it. Laying in a wet spot, okay, it could feel good, it seems, kinky, whatever, but it's just not, like, hygiene wise, just health wise, it's just not a smart thing to do.
And peeing after sex will help prevent urinary tract infections.
Yep.
And if you've never had a UTI, you are lucky, because they are the most painful thing on earth.
Ooh, it's worse when you don't go get them treated and then they become
my God,
bladder infection. That's even more painful and worse.
Girl, let me tell you, when it's, oh my gosh, when it gets so acidic that it starts burning your lips as it's no, feels like you're peeing glass. No.
Razors are coming out.
Yep. Let me tell you, UTIs, I would rather pass 1,000 kidney stones again before I have another UTI. I'm a baby when it comes to UTIs. I can't do it. With that being said, don't let that man put his finger or his penis in your butt and then your pussy.
Exactly.
Don't do it. Unless he's got a condom and then takes the condom off, replaces it. Like, I don't know how people safely do it, because I just tell them no. Regardless, that's just a flat out no. We're not doing ass to anything, because that is another way you get the UTIs. That is not healthy. That is not sanitary. I don't care how well you clean with your pressure wash or shower head back there. It is not clean. It is not safe for your lady bits. Please don't do it.
Bacteria there. So much bacteria there, no matter what. You can't clean that enough. But they're not bacteria.
You can't. Think of shoving your toilet inside out inside of your best friend downstairs. Yep. That's just rude and inconsiderate of her. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Another thing, what do we think about, I'm starting to see on the rise, more and more partners, male and female partners, are becoming okay with hair down there. Are you guys noticing that as well? Or is this just a me thing that more and more people are just like, I don't care. Like, go natural, baby.
Okay.
There has been a trend of more natural. Me personally, I've been with my husband for 22 years.
Yeah.
You only look 22. How could you only be with him for how could you be with him for 22
saying.
I
years?
love you so much. Oh,
You're only 22. How can you have a
Right, like she's lying.
I'm
I
telling you.
22. No, I have an almost 17-year-old and a 14-year-old. No,
God.
no, but no, I've gotten to the point where it's like I don't care anymore. I'm like, I'm not impressing anybody. After 22 years, he's seen it all. I'm like, I'm not trying to impress him either. So I'm like,
He has been through it all.
I don't care. So I am all natural. Look, I haven't even shaved my legs or waxed them in months. So I'm like,
You go, girl.
I'm a lady of the 80s, ladies. Au naturel. Shaving that thing, all it does is stick together when you try and walk and it feels funny. Ew, no.
it's uncomfortable. Like let it be.
Yes. And my thing, like, I can't speak for anybody else because people are like, oh, the hair collects sweat and it does this and that. And I'm like, I personally feel like I sweat more when I am bald. Like,
Yes.
or at least I notice it more when I'm bald.
And ingrown hairs.
The chafing is horrible.
Yes.
Especially when you are bigger. No, thank you.
Nope. Not doing it. Not doing it.
That hairless thing, that comes from some man that doesn't want to deal with it.
And
you not a female choice.
It is not.
Okay, I'm not supposed to be bald.
Exactly.
At all. And so for those of you who don't know, I have struggled with hidradenitis suppurativa or HS for a significant part of my life. And anytime I shave any part of my body, I have the most painful, most excruciating. They look like, what's the word I'm looking for? They look like, what are those? Cysts.
Oh,
the most painful, excruciating, like cysts. And it's anywhere. Like, well, not my legs. For some reason, I don't get them on my legs. But like, if I get them in my pits, if I get them in my girly area, it's so bad. So for the longest time, I was just like, well, I was celibate for 4.5 years. So I was like, whoo, she can breathe. She can live her best life. We got Jumanji going on down here. And I didn't have that issue. I didn't have the pain. And it seemed like my HS went away. And then I got back into the life and it came back as I started shaving again. So I just want to shout out anybody who's dealing with HS. I feel your pain. My inbox is always open. But if you see somebody that you're dealing with and they're not shaved, don't sit there and make them feel some type of way about how they carry themselves. It could be for whatever reason, and whatever reason that is, even if it's just
I have PCOS, so I have a higher level of testosterone in my body because of the PCOS. So I have hair growth in places that shouldn't be there, or I have an excessive amount of hair, like whether it's on my arms, on my legs, like my toes, like my fingers, things like that. I just have hair.
Sure.
There's so many women that suffer with PCOS, and a lot of people don't understand why they have the growth and why, the hair is darker than normal. It doesn't matter. Laser hair removal doesn't work on women with PCOS because it comes back. So people are like, oh, just wax it, just shave it. It doesn't matter. As long as those testosterone levels are higher, like the hair growth is going to be there. And at some point, women just give up and they're like, you know what? This is me. I'm just going to live with it.
I'm just going to be a hairy woman.
And to be honest, it's nobody's fucking business. It's nobody's business if I have hidradenitis, you have PCOS, or you're a woman of the 80s. What we choose to do with our own body hair is our business. Either you still want this cookie or go to some other buffet, because boom, I'm great, she's great, and it's your loss, period. So shout out to anybody, and that's not to bash bald chicks or dudes. That's not to bash anybody bald. That's just to say, do what you want with your body, and don't let anybody.
If you feel better with it shaved, then shave it.
Right.
Or waxed, or waxed, or sugaring. Just remember, if you're going to, I want to recommend for my ladies or unladies, whoever I'm speaking to right now, if you have a case of HS or something similar like folliculitis, or if you have something like you just are more prone to ingrown hairs, here's my trick, and I swear my life on this. So first, you want to exfoliate. Always exfoliate before you shave. I don't care what you're shaving, always exfoliate first. That's going to be your best friend. You can get the cheap stuff from Walmart, Tree Hut. That's what I use. Swear by it, and it smells delicious. The Walmart razors, they're like the equivalent of like the Gillette or the Venus ones, and there's like 5 or 6 in a pack, but they are the greatest razors. They're the only ones I've ever had that don't cause the ingrown hairs or the cysts like from my HS. They're the only ones. And I've also learned shaving cream is not your friend. You want to, at least I want to use like a creamy body wash. That has always been my best friend, and it sounds weird, but my skin loves Bath and Body Works, but it also loves the Ivory from Dollar Tree. So she's a cheap date.
I have found that the newer shaving creams like Gillette and those cause me issues, but the old school stuff like Barbasol in that round tin can that's ugly works best, and it doesn't cause me issues.
And it's super cheap.
It's super cheap. On the other hand, the older you get, the less hair on your legs.
I use the Athena razors. I really like them. The Athena ones, they're just amazing, and they're so gentle on your skin.
Ooh.
And I like just all the stuff that comes with it, the shaving gel, the lotion. So I really like the Athena Club stuff. I know that a lot of people tend to think because it's by subscription, you can cancel the subscription and just use whatever razors they send you. They last forever.
Okay. Is it like an like, where is it on the affordability scale
So
for
like
our audience
initial
members?
one, it's like $1. You pay $1 something for like the initial thing, shipping and handling, and then it's like $12.99 like every 3 months or something for a few razors. Like it's not super expensive, but
that's not bad at all.
I don't go through that many razors, so I just usually just buy the initial packet and then like cancel the subscription, and they last me forever.
Damn, that's what's up. I like that. I like that a lot, because I don't like, I'll buy my pack from Walmart and it'll last me like 3 months, because it's like I said, 5 or 6 razors in a pack, and then I just get my Dollar Tree like Ivory body wash, and I'm just like, yeah, woohoo. And one thing I want to say is, when you're lotioning up after because I know we have people listening and watching who are not technically old enough to be listening and watching this podcast or any of my podcasts.
That depends on who their parents are.
That is very true. That is very, very true. But I see my Spotify analytics. I know that it shows me the age of my audience members. And some of y'all need to go do your homework.
But you know what? It's never too early to learn about some of this stuff.
Never.
No, this stuff, it is definitely, for sure, people need to know this stuff. Like, I wish I would have known this stuff at those ages. But when you're doing your aftercare, body, getting right, doing your self-care, please make sure that whatever, like lotion, body butter, anything like that does not have alcohol in it. Otherwise, honey, you just wasted all that time putting forth all that effort into just feeling good and making yourself, you know, feeling like a bad bitch. And now all of a sudden you're drying your skin out and it's gonna burn. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get you some. I wish I would have brought it out. I have a whole box of lotions that I got from businesses, and they're just
You can never go wrong with Jergens.
Jergens.
Okay.
Yes,
That's like
it is not.
lotion.
It is not just for dudes.
So I have a funny for you.
Uh-oh.
So y'all have seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yes.
Okay, you know how the Windex fixes everything. Just spray some
Yes.
Windex on it.
Oh no.
Oh
no.
My dad's solution for everything is Jergens lavender.
Jergens lavender. Yes.
Everything.
Jergens lavender. I love it. I love it. Jergens lavender. I didn't even know they made a lavender. Now I feel kind of upset that I'm out of the
No,
loop.
cherry scent is mine. That's what I.
What's
father
your
is
scent?
The original cherry scented one.
The cherry scent. Ooh, girl.
Yes, that's like my go-to lotion.
Yeah, my father is 83 years old, and if you have a rash, he's going to put some Jergens on it.
I love it.
Yes. My go-to, I have some Dove in there. I have some St. Ives. There was one St. Ives that I had.
St. Ives
That
is
was
wonderful.
like, yes, there was some kind of scent that I had and I can't find it anymore. And I'm so upset. I would know it if I saw it, but like I literally can't find it anymore. And I've just been disappointed with that company ever since that I'm kind of boycotting them. And that's why I switched to, what did I say, Dove, or is it Suave? I can't remember, but it's like one of their unscented, sensitive skin type things, deep conditioning. Because my skin I'm ashy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't shave my legs and I'm ashy. So
And I don't use lotion at all.
The cocoa
even
butter
own a
one,
bottle
I
of
love
lotion.
cocoa butter.
cocoa, but
Mm.
oh,
Cocoa butter.
and there's nothing like a man or woman who smells like some cocoa butter. Like when you walk by, I'm telling you, I just want to. Like I really, it's a problem because I feel like sometime it's gonna happen and I might get arrested for like this person is invading my bubble. They're touching me. I don't want to be touched. And I'm like, no, it's the cocoa butter. Like,
Yep.
See, that's how I feel about Old Spice.
Old Spice. Can we talk? Okay, so since we're talking like hygiene, health, all that kind of stuff, do you guys? Maybe it's just me. I have to use men's deodorant. Women's deodorant will not work on me.
Lumi. Use the Lumi.
I literally use the Secret.
Okay.
Yeah. The 24-hour, they have a 24-hour and a 48-hour, either the Secret or the Suave. I love the Suave ones too. Like they really work. The 24-hour ones, man, I put it on and I literally don't have to do anything. I could sweat all day.
Damn.
And it does help.
See, my thing is like I don't necessarily sweat. It's like I just smell like I'm a big girl. Like I have BO. So I use Fiji Old Spice and I just use the deodorant and because I like smelling like a fuckboy. Let's be real. I like being I'm a single girl. Sometimes I just need to be like, oh, there's a sexy man somewhere.
You know what? You should, if you like that, you know what cologne would really like? Burberry Touch.
Okay, now see, hold on. I'm gonna have to write that down somewhere because Burberry has another cologne that I like. And
the Burberry Touch could be like for man or woman. Like literally, it's so soft. It's amazing. You should try it.
Burberry Touch. Bet. I'm taking note of that and I am going to go find it. And this is happening. This needs to happen. Because I'm all about like those unisex scents. So like, yes. But I'm definitely one of those people, I need to,
my sister's ex left his bottle. Like he was visiting for my wedding when I was getting married, and they left a bottle, small bottle of that Burberry Touch. And I was like, oh, I could wear this. I'm like, wait a second. It's just like, I could wear this.
like, I think I might.
And I did. I used it and I hid it a long time. I said, oh, no, I did find it. I don't know what you're talking about. It's lost. It went in the garbage or something. Nope, here I was wearing it.
No idea what happened to it at all.
But yeah, for your BO, use the Lumi. That's why
Lumi.
my daughter uses it, because she was using Old Spice. That's what she wore for a long time, and it wasn't helping she would have to reapply it like 4 or 5 times a day. But the Lumi, she puts it on in the morning, she's done. She'll keep the spritzer around, but that's it.
See, the Old Spice, that's the one reason why I stick with it, because it's like I can apply it, and I reapply every day. Don't come for me, y'all.
Yeah.
But like I can wake up the next day, and even if I showered that night, I'll wake up and still smell like Fiji, and I'm like, damn, I took a shower last night. I still smell like I just had a fine ass man in my bed. Like, okay. So I mean, that's why I'm stuck with it. But if I can find something that's like gonna fix the problem instead of be a band-aid, then I definitely want to go with that for sure. What kind of tips do you guys have as far as just whether it's self-care, general wellness, anything of that nature? Don't be making, I'm not hating on uncircumcised penis. I'm really not. But stop letting these girls who have no experience with your kind of penis come at you with a tongue ring. I didn't appreciate that.
I've heard horror stories.
I did not appreciate that. And
you get stuck.
I got stuck.
Yeah.
And the worst part, I'm not going to say where we were at because it was technically actually legitimately illegal, but we were in a public setting and my cousin drove off with my car. So we were stuck in this public setting with my tongue stuck in this man's dick. And all I could think was, well, one, hopefully a cop doesn't come around and find us because we're going to jail. And second, we're going to end up on how sex sent me to the ER.
Do you watch Stevie O on the ER nurse that does the funny skits on TikTok? He does a skit about that. How they were celebrating. So they got piercings and they get their piercings hooked.
No.
Down there. They both got piercings down there and they got their piercings hooked.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. I literally, like I said, I'm not judging or bashing uncircumcised I'm not. I respect all penises.
There are just some things that don't go together.
Yeah, so some things just go together like fire and gasoline, and that was one of them. I mean, if she's experienced, that's fine. But I had never so much as seen one before, and then I just
And to think when I was in school, the worst thing that happened was people got their braces locked together.
Oh my gosh. A girl on a school trip almost got her braces stuck in somebody's foreskin. On the school bus.
Yeah. Oh, there's a time and place for everything. That's not time nor the place.
Exactly.
Oh.
I was like, I would not have felt bad for either one of you in that moment. I would not. I mean, pain wise, I would have definitely felt bad, but other than that, I don't feel bad.
Yes.
All right.
Miracle.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us, especially for this
Oh, are we
uncomfortable
done?
conversation.
This was fun.
I mean, we can keep going. It's up to you. I don't want to keep you guys all night is all.
You're definitely not keeping us from anything.
Not keeping me from anything.
Oh, well, say less. Let me just pour up the rest of my drink here. Cause I got my
What you drinking?
just diet soda.
Oh,
I got an upset belly, so I'm trying to like bubble it away.
sure.
Yeah, see, I'm at my parents' house.
Stop it! We're talking about this at your parents' house.
I'm sitting in my brother's room. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
See, there's my brother and his wife. Look at those. That's my brother and his wife. My brother's no longer with us, but this is his room.
Oh,
Bless him, and I am sorry for your loss. For real.
He would love this conversation, by the way.
Yes, I love that we have gentlemen out there who would support and encourage our shenanigans if they knew about them. That like brings warmth to my heart. And I just realized I didn't mean to big jack anybody, but I had some guests recently. I won't say when.
And you pocketed their lighter.
No, I didn't. That's the thing. I wasn't the last person to touch it, but it's still here. And I looked down, and mind you, we're talking about all this, and then I looked down, and it's a pickle.
love it.
I feel like it's a sign that this. Yes, it is meant to be. It is absolutely meant to be. What do we? Ooh, question.
Mr. Cotter.
I just thought of this. Okay, so what do we think about yoni steams?
What?
Where they like sit you on, it's like a commode essentially, but they make them look fancy like thrones and stuff. And then they make like a steam with like, I mean, you can put like different flower petals.
Steaming your coochie?
Yeah, your steam. Yeah, they put like healing herbs and like all types of stuff in there, and then they put like you steam your hoonie hoo, and I don't know how it works. I'm gonna look up a yoni steam and see exactly how they describe it because I'm doing a terrible job.
I know it sounds pretty entrancing, actually.
Describe what the purpose of that would be.
It's okay. Vaginal steaming may help you relax and ease cramping. There's no research that it helps any specific health conditions.
So
talking
somebody came up with and people are paying for it.
I'm thinking it would make you horny and make you want to go have sex is what I'm thinking.
Well, and it says it detoxifies the womb, relieves stress, eases menopausal symptoms, regulates monthly bleeding, increases fertility, moistens uterine membranes so they are more receptive. So no, we don't want to do yoni steams.
Yeah, we don't need any of that. Okay. On an IUD for no period. So yeah, no, I think I'm good.
I will take the cramp. I will take the cramps over jizz biscuits any day. I will do that. Yeah, and it's that here's we were talking about BV, and one of the Google like first things that pops up when you look up benefits of yoni steaming is can yoni steam help with BV? I read that wrong. I apologize. I thought they were asking like, should I yoni steam with BV? And I just can't imagine that would feel good.
Ooh,
I feel like that would be so painful.
Hurt. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I feel like a steam would hurt in general. Just maybe I'm tender down there, but I just feel like
no, I can't imagine. No. Needles.
I mean, I like my hot shower head, but I just feel like scalding steam. Like I don't know.
I don't want it in certain spots, not all over.
So yeah. I have a question.
Okay.
More so baths. I'm not a bath person. I think that baths are
unsanitary.
They're unsanitary. I think baths are just nasty.
If I take a bath, I'm taking a shower afterwards.
Yeah, I think baths, like you're sitting in your dead skin cells that are coming off your body, like that
Yes.
stuff getting up in you.
Yes.
I am not a fan of baths. I'd rather do like a steam shower or something hot, that way versus a hot bath. I don't know how you ladies feel about it, but I just know that a lot of women absolutely love their baths. They do it weekly, and to me, I'm just like grossed out by it.
Grossed out.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm grossed out by them. But okay, so I have back issues because I've gone from a B cup to an H cup, and I went back to I went back to a B cup after my weight loss surgery, and now I'm already back up to an E cup. So there are times when I'm like, okay, I need to soak in a tub. I need to get my back some relief because otherwise they just want to keep forking me over pain meds.
Mm-hmm.
But this is gonna sound funny, and I promise it looks even funnier. So feel free to laugh at me. I will buy a bath pillow off of Amazon. I don't have it anymore because other people wanted to use it, and that's even more nasty.
Mm-hmm.
But I would have a bath pillow, and I would lay back. I promise I'm not going to show you guys anything. I would lay back so my back and down right above my hips was in the water, and I will stick my legs up on the wall by the faucet so my lady bits don't get in the bath water at all, because I'm grossed out by it. Like, I used to love water parks. Even I can't do it anymore because I'm like, that's not just my body sauce, that's all these other people's body sauces.
Except with the exception that in those, the chlorine filters out a lot of the waste. So the chemicals in that do filter. So I'm allergic to chlorine, like heavy amounts of chlorine. So I can't be in the water for too long. I break out. I usually take like an antihistamine, or I put some sunscreen or something that'll coat my body.
Right.
Arcs and stuff. But that water at least gets filtered out constantly with the chemicals, all of that. So it makes it a lot different. So it's not as unsanitary.
Right. My trauma with that actually stems from I grew up in a small town. But we did have a pool. We had a community pool. And they would have family swim in the morning and then open swim during the day and family swim again at night. And I would go to all three, and then the one in the morning and one at night I'd go to with my mom. And my mom and I were, just swimming around, going from the shallow end to the deep end. And when I swam under and I stood up, I felt something weird underneath my foot. And I looked and I kind of stomped on it, like, what the hell is that? And I was like, Mom. She came and she looked up at the lifeguard, and he just looked down at me and he goes, is that what I think it is? And my mom was like, I think so. And he stood up and he blew his whistle, and all the other lifeguards, they didn't know what was happening, but of course they stand up and blow their whistles too. And he gets down, he grabs the big old net, and here it's a whole ass turd.
Everybody else cool.
Massive turd. And he just throws it over the fence into the house's yard next to us. I was
gross.
What? So I'm like slightly traumatized, even though like I know there's the chemicals and all that.
But
I'm
still,
like,
supposed to empty the pool when that
those
happens.
community pools are a whole different breed, though. Those neighborhood pool water parks, at least they're big, they're spread out. There's lots of filters, big industrial chemicals. Yes. Those little community pools, there's no way I'm getting into one of those ever.
I can't remember the last time I was in one.
I can't.
Oh wait, yes, I can. I had sex in it.
Yeah, no, definitely not getting in any of those pools ever.
What? Girl,
that was on a military base.
A pool in a military? Girl.
Oh my God, how long ago was that? That was in 1986.
Jeez, girl. 4 years old.
Girl.
You're the same age as my husband.
girl, I'm jealous. I want a story like that. Like, I had sex in a community pool on a military base. Like, what? My greatest adventure is literally a glass elevator at Mall of America.
Ooh, okay.
Or a courthouse elevator. Like that. I don't have a thing for elevators. It just happened that way. I want a cool story like that.
Oh, I got tons of them.
Girl, what?
I'm sure we can have an episode of just stories about that.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
get.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Don't make me start recruiting for that one.
I'm serious. You should. I bet you that would get a lot of views.
Stay tuned for our story or our episode on wildest hookup
Kiss and tell.
stories. Yes, kiss and tell. That's what it's gonna be. Kiss and tell.
I love
Kiss
it.
and tell.
And anybody comes forward with a Mile High, yeah, that's nothing. The Mile High Club's nothing.
It's not.
Nope. If you haven't done that, where have you been?
I've been too fat to be on planes for the longest time.
Well, you're not now. Okay, get your bucket list ready.
So okay, I'm gonna skydive. So maybe I could do it in the plane when I'm up there waiting to jump.
Maybe you could do it while you're jumping.
Hey, Mr. Instructor Man, while we're strapped together.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay. Real quick, we won't share our stories, but what's on your bucket list? Things that you want to experience.
I completed that list a long time ago.
I was
Jesus.
gonna say I think I've done most of mine too.
Yeah.
My gosh.
I
Maybe
am.
maybe the Eiffel Tower. I've never been to Europe, so maybe the Eiffel Tower or
I
something.
am 56 years old. If I haven't done it by now, how am I going to do it? You know,
It's never too
Girl.
late to do stuff. You
I
can
was in the
always
military for 4 years. I
add new stuff to the list.
I don't know what it would be.
Ooh.
I had sex on stage in Reno. Does that count?
Oh, okay.
Stop it. Girl. Okay.
All right, we
No,
definitely need you on that episode, and we need you to save these stories.
yes, we need you to save these stories because you're gonna be on our kiss and tell episode. Y'all, our audience, stay tuned. We're gonna have a kiss and tell episode where we share our wildest stories. Oh my gosh. So what I'm gonna do, ladies, I absolutely love this, but I have to wrap it up because I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh, me
Got-
too.
Same. I've kind of been holding it.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You should have told me. I will let you guys go. I love y'all fiercely. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes,
It's been my pleasure.
Bye.